I did a search for Paranormal Activity, and this was the closest thing I could find. So
We are live. That's right. We're going to be watching. Some of us are going to be watching Paranormal Activity 2 tonight, and we're watching the unrated director's cut version. It's an hour 37 minutes, and we are paused at the screen that says Paramount Pictures would like to thank the families of the deceased and Carlsbad Police Department. So,
a couple minutes to get that.
We are live, people. What up, people? Pizzo here.
Did you see this in the theater?
I did.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people saw these in theaters. A lot of people like to go because everyone's going together.
Yeah.
I actually saw all 6 in the theater.
Wow, that's an accomplishment. Yeah. I just remember whenever they had like commercials for them, they would like show like the audience in night vision reacting.
I think I saw 5. I don't think the Ghost Dimension came here.
Well, wait. Well, what is 5 then? The first 4 are the ones I named, and Ghost Dimension's the last one. What's 5?
The marked ones.
Oh, that is the marked ones. So I didn't see 4?
The fourth is with the Connect and the little kid, and it's annoying.
Oh, I thought 4 was 3.
No, okay. 3 is the
80s.
Then I've seen every single one of them. Holy shit.
Well, they're actually somewhat fun, unlike Saw, where it's just like, Jesus Christ, kill me, please.
I like the first Saw, then.
The first Saw is fucking amazing because it's wands. That's why it's good.
But yeah, the Saw movies, they just...
After like 15 years, is a classic, and in the horror genre, and I like it. Rest suck. I hate the rest.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. The only thing I'll give the Saw series is that it's big on continuity, and I'm a continuity person, but I think its continuity was lost on most of its audience, because most people would just see it in the theater in October, forget about it, and then see the next one in theater in October. Like, you can only really appreciate the continuity if you're seeing them within like a close time frame.
Do you have any interest in Venom, or no?
Not to see in theaters. I mean, obviously, it's a Marvel comic book movie. I'll see it somewhere down the line, but no, I'm not going to go see it. Just don't like that approach. It's too bad, because, I mean, the effects look good, the look looks good, and I think even the casting is a pretty good choice for Eddie Brock. Although he doesn't seem like he's going to be enough of a dick. Like, Eddie Brock's not like a good guy. He's a jerk, and he's a liar, and he does all sorts of immoral things. But I have a feeling they're going to make him, like, somewhat sympathetic, which I don't like. Because, like, the whole thing is, like, Eddie Brock is, like, he's like a really immoral guy. He lies to get ahead, and that's what leads to his whole thing with Spider-Man, which leads to Venom happening. But, of course, in this, Spider-Man doesn't even... we're not going to go into it, or we'll never get to the movie. But no, I'm not going to see him in the theater. No way.
I want an hour and 40 minutes of Spider-Man lore right now. Go.
I better not.
Well, the good thing is you know your shit. I could listen to you talk about comics for like hours on end.
We will sometime, but tonight is
Norman.
Yeah, I'll be watching Paranormal. I did a search on Netflix for Paranormal Activity, and this has the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters, so it's pretty close. We got the Paranormal, actually 8 letters. Yeah.
Similar runtime.
Yeah.
Bigger budget.
Yeah. This movie has name actors like what's his name? Jerry
Seinfeld.
The big John
Goodman.
Jeff.
Not John Goodman. Jeff Garlin.
No, John Goodman's in this.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Is it Jeff Garlin, the dad, though?
Oh, probably. John Goodman's the uncle who dies.
Oh.
And it also has McLovin. He plays like a bully.
It's not a bad movie.
No, it's pretty good. Enjoy it.
I think I like Monster House a little bit better.
I haven't seen Monster House in a long time, but I saw that in theaters too.
Yeah, the animation's kind of dated now, but
Yeah, that
story's
kind
still
of
good.
stop motion stuff or whatever it is. Which
I think it's
seems
just
to be exclusively for like spooky-esque movies. This
Yeah.
Monster House, of course, the original. Going back to Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, and Coraline.
Coraline. Oh, fucking, that's so good.
Coraline's awesome. I didn't even. I've said this before, but I'm such a fan of the original story, the Neil Gaiman story, that I purposely didn't watch Coraline for like 3 years because I thought it would ruin it. But it's great. They do a great job. Yeah, Paranorman's definitely not in that tier, but it's not bad. So that's what I'll be watching, but I won't comment on it, or that'll just get things really confusing for the audience.
All right, well, fuck it. We got 2 people in here. We're getting ready to start this thing. We are paused at Paranormal Pictures would like to thank the families of the deceased and the Carlsbad Police Department. I'm going to say how many times I can say that. They weren't in here when I said it before, so.
You got to say it like Corey Feldman. Paramount.
That's how it says it.
That's
Frog Brothers. Okay, here we go. And this is the unrated version for anyone.
Oh wait, okay. Are you gonna go 3, 2, 1, go, or are you gonna go 3, 2, 1, and then we go 1?
We go on
Go.
0 technically.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay, here we go.
Wait, hold on, let me get my shit. Okay. It's in my hand. Okay.
Alexa, suck my dick.
Okay, hold on, let's start over.
Your rental is over. What the fuck? No. Damn it.
Are you joking?
Yeah.
No,
I hope so.
the
Okay.
bitch will listen when I tell her to. She's a good bitch.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. I fucked it up. Let's start over.
Okay, I gotta turn mine down. I don't know why some stuff on Netflix is so loud and other stuff is like I have to crank it.
Netflix is the worst for that. They're worth so much. They're worth so much fucking money, and you'll just be watching like a TV show that has good production, like Daredevil, and
Oh yeah, I have to turn the Marvel shows way hell up. I turn those way up. Those Marvel shows.
And then you have to turn them way down because it's like, oh hey, that was a great. You really saved my ass that time, and then the guy pulls up with an Uzi, and it's like, and like it rattles your whole house. You're like,
I think some of that stuff has been remastered for 5.1 and some hasn't.
Yeah, that probably explains it.
But you can adjust the, that on there as well.
So the first 3 Paranormal Activities, no, the first 2 run in sequence. The third is a prequel, and the fourth picks up after the second.
I think so.
Yeah, because I mean, believe it or not, as much as I don't like the movies and I've only watched them once each, they do blend together. I do sort of know what the main story is. It starts in the 80s with these 2 girls, and later, when they're older, there's like a disappearance, and yeah, I kind of remember it.
I think they do a really good job of tying them together. I mean, assuming that when they made the first one, they had no idea they were going to be doing sequels.
Yeah.
So, like, especially with part 3, like a lot of that stuff comes back. I like part 2 and part 3 are probably my favorites. I don't know which one is my favorite among those 2. It's gonna be really slow, but I bet this girl got pregnant like 2 or 3 months after this movie was made.
I dislike 4 because of the kid. He's really fucking annoying, and then 6 just because it's like they wanted to do John Carpenter's The Fog, but they didn't have the budget, and then they just.
Part 4 has that like distractingly hot jailbait girl that makes me feel guilty.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The one that levitates off the bed and stuff.
I don't know. She's blonde and perfect teeth and everything.
Yeah, the 5th one's got the Spanish kid. He's pretty hot too.
Blonde hair and your fucking straight teeth, bitch.
Hate her so much.
Tempting me.
Foul temptress.
Yeah. I saw somebody the other day, they said, if you guys didn't have cell phones when you grew up, how did you send naked pics to each other?
Somebody actually said that?
Mm.
I'm really glad I didn't
You
grow up
went
with
to
that,
the
man.
restroom and you got what's called the quickie, and that was in person.
Yeah.
Like, if I had had, like, a cell phone like that in junior high, I only would have gotten in trouble.
I
no,
know
we
it sounds
did.
just like we're grumpy old fucks, but like you had to work for those porno mags, and a floppy disk could only get you so far. And they don't know the struggle.
And all the stupid shit I did is not documented anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. But I mean, even that, though, like, when we talk about, like, Harvey Weinstein and all these guys, and we're just like, we can't really relate to, like, being that forward with a woman or girl, like, really ever. Just like, oh, I'll just grab on you.
Oh, I
Like,
know.
it's kind of the same thing, like, when I hear about stuff like at junior high, like boys asking girls, like saying, "Send me pics." Like I would never had the gall to do that if we had those phones. I wouldn't be like, "Oh yeah, sure, send me a topless pic." Yeah, that's normal.
But I'll be honest with you, man. The guys that were like that, they got a lot more than I did.
Yeah, it usually
I mean,
works out for them.
they were like
Razor,
overly forceful, and it, never hurt them the slightest.
the
What's
Motorola
hilarious is
razors
the
were.
only time in my entire life I was accused of anything was in junior high. There was this girl named Kara whose locker was right. This is grade 7 too. I was only 12. And one day, she had the locker above mine, and I always had to wait for her to finish to get to my stupid locker. And one day, I was waiting for her, and something brushed up against her, and she turned around and went, "You touched my butt!" And I was very indignant. I said, "I most certainly did not." But anyway, and I guess
My
she thought
heavens,
believe me. Yeah,
mercy me! I would never.
those were my words. I was so incensed that she accused me. That's the only time in my life I got it out of the way early.
Honey,
I guess she
Maple
believed me because
Madness.
she went on with it.
When I was a junior and especially a senior, the Motorola razors were like it was the first year of the iPhone. The first one came out, but no one could afford it or no one knew about it, and everyone had iPods. So I got out right at the right time because everyone and their fucking mom had a shitty razor phone, and then they're starting to put up like webcam cameras in halls and all the high schools in Colorado. I got out right at the right time.
I had a Nokia phone. I think my first 2 phones were Nokias.
I was late as fuck to that shit. My first cell phone was in 2006. Way late. Back in the early 2000s, I used to just borrow other kids and play Snake in class.
Yeah,
I
mine
had a
was
beeper.
2001, but that's only because I went to university. Like my parents were like, "Well, it makes sense for you to have one."
I had a beeper when I was like
Lucky.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Never had that.
I was cool as shit.
And then you watch Def
But people
Jam's
think you
Happy
were a
Good
drug
Place.
dealer. Drug dealers had beepers back then.
Yeah, we all had them. You beep my beeper, and then I'll beep your beeper when I'm ready.
I'll go to a payphone and call you.
What the fuck is a payphone?
Those first Nokias, man, those were my favorites. Oh my God, Snake, dude,
You talk about Snake a lot.
Yeah,
Snake is.
I guess it
It's
was a
all
big part of. I
Cole
never played it.
about the Tale of Five Cities, and I was playing Snake. That's what I was doing.
Two cities.
I had it under my desk, and the teacher would just ramble for a fucking hour, and I wouldn't give a fuck until she brought up 1984 Brave New World, and then I read those.
Those are good books.
So we've got Dan Cortez here setting up the security system.
Hence
he
the
famous?
premise for the movie. Mine's not too loud, is it? Anybody hearing that?
That sounds fine.
Okay.
So
Is
we're
he
gonna put your
Cortez?
fucking
Down the
cameras
street
over
talking to
here.
ghosts.
Your fucking camera's gonna go over here. It's gonna run all day.
Gonna
I'm gonna
trash
stare
your
at your
fucking
fucking
life.
wife's tits.
There's a good one of Simpsons Treehouse of Horror 85 where they're making fun of these. And and I have all the cameras in, and there's a part where that shows Marge acting weird, and Homer she, does the thing where Homer's in bed and she just stands there for like 2 hours looking at him.
Yeah.
But then he gets up to go to the bathroom, and then it's just like him like taking a whiz for like an hour and 45 minutes, just going like that, just stretching in front of the toilet.
It's a very famous angle there.
There's the couch where all the magic happens.
Did I miss? Why did they put the cameras up in the first place?
Because they're yuppies.
Was there a break-in or something?
Hey, doesn't the guy have a really stupid name?
Micah.
Yeah.
He's the guy from part 1, but he's also in this one for a little bit.
Yeah.
He's a very stupid character. Stupid.
Just,
his actions are stupid.
I can't take an adult named Micah seriously, man.
Mike Ditka.
He sounds like he should be like some Polish child in a village. Micah, Father Christmas is here. Oh, Norman, you're such an outcast.
I'm trying to think. I was in a store one time, and the mom was yelling for her kid, and it was just like super like religious name.
Izakaya.
Oh wait, no, you're really close. Malachi.
Malachi. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You'd be like, it's a child of the corn. Oh my god.
I know.
He's in the vegetables department. He's got like he who walks behind the rows.
I wish that would be on Netflix and we could do that one.
Outlander.
That's a good movie. I like the first one quite a bit.
I like it too, except that it's too happy of an ending. 1 and 2 are really good, and then 3 is just so bad.
I've
said this before, but having just recently reread the original short story, which is quite short, and they had to build on it a lot to make a movie out of it. But one thing the short story does right that the movie does wrong is the movie immediately tells you what's going on. I don't think that's right. It opens with like that weird flashback with the kid talking about, oh, here's the day that Isaac went crazy and we killed all the adults. They should never have done that. They should have just started with them in the car so that the audience, along with them, slowly figures out that something's wrong. I just think that was a terrible mistake with the movie. They just tell us right off what's going on so that when the couple comes up, we know what's going to happen and stuff.
That's Stephen King, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's in Night Shift.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Recently reread because I finally bought a new copy a couple months ago. Yeah. And that one, it's a fairly short story. It's only like 20 pages long. Basically they show up, but it's better in that instance in that, like, yeah, he goes into the church and starts like looking at the stuff and reading the birth records and the name changes and stuff like that. And he slowly starts to put it together. And as he puts it together, he realizes that he left his wife alone in the car, and they surrounded the car when he gets outside. Like, that's way more suspenseful than, in the movie where they just let us know, oh yeah, this is a town where the kids killed everybody, and we're going to let you know that right off the start.
Yeah.
But it still is a good movie. I like it.
Man.
And that kid that plays Isaac steals the show.
Yeah. Well, he's like a grown man playing.
Yeah, he's like 25.
Yeah.
He's like a 25-year-old, but he has like some sort of developmental disease.
I think that's pretty much all he ever did, isn't it?
I think so. Oh, shit, there goes the helicopter again.
These people have their own like live-in like maid. If I had like a Mexican lady living in my house to cook me food all day long, I would be huge.
That was the most expensive part of the budget of this movie.
I need some chalupas and some tacos. And when you're finished with that, some nachos.
And burritos.
Those two.
I'm just naming all the Mexican foods I can.
So good.
I was in Mexico, and I still can't remember most of them. I was in Mexico, and I had Domino's like 4 nights in a row.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Like, Mexican food's overrated as fuck. Chipotle and Qdoba are good, and other than that, I mean, if you want diarrhea, Taco Bell is good, but other than that, like...
Yeah, but I mean, Mexico, they have authentic Mexican food, not necessarily the fast food crap that they serve in the States.
Anyone who says Spanish, Mexican food is better than Italian food is like completely insane.
Well, I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm just saying I don't know how representative Taco Bell really is of authentic Mexican cuisine.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, some of
I
the
don't like tacos. My mother and sister love tacos, but I don't like them.
if you're
Wednesday
out
saw a
west,
taco once, didn't you, Wednesday? Taco
if you're
Cat
out
spelled backwards is Taco Cat.
if you're out west,
Whoa, you
those,
just blew my mind. There's that dreaded pool cleaner.
Is it a
if you're
real
near the
person or is it a
border or you're
robot? Or is it one of those robot pole cleaners?
Yeah.
I like the robot pole cleaners.
No, I think I'm a very big fan of both, but I think I would pick Mexican food over Italian food.
Wow.
wow,
I can't beat all those pasta dishes, man.
chicken
And they
parm,
invented pizza. Maybe I know I wouldn't like a pizza in Italy, but still, they did come up with the concept.
pizza with any topping, chicken parm, ziti, lasagna,
I mean, in
calzones,
general, yeah.
mozzarella sticks. Are you kidding me? Fuck.
Like
I
mozzarella
want
sticks.
I want some fettuccine alfredo right now with roasted chicken breast, blackened chicken. Oh, that
Garlic
was good.
bread with cheese. You would take Mexican food over all that shit? Damn.
Yeah, I think you're limiting it. Like you're not realizing how much more is out there.
Well, I don't like
Oh
half the
yeah,
shit they
like
have in it,
what?
like
Like beans?
jalapeno and fucking beans and shit. Like, oh, fucking
You don't like
nasty, man.
beans? Oh yeah, well you're not
No,
gonna like
dude.
Mexican food. No, you're
Yeah, I mean
If
beans to me are just middle of the road. They're not good or bad. They're just
and I don't mean just like refried beans. I mean like black beans or like charro beans or
it's
borracho
all
beans.
it's all the same to me.
El Mariachi beans, it's the same to me too. Yeah. No, if I
It's
go
lots
to
of different ways.
like all those authentic places like that were in Colorado, any place near the border,
Oh
it's
yeah.
like mom and pop. I'm just like, all right, here's what I want, amigo. I want just fucking tons of tortilla chips, meat, fresh ground meat, tons of cheese and lettuce, and just fucking melt that shit all together, and I'll eat it, and you'll get like 25% tip. He's like, okay, my friend. Okay,
They would
amigo.
call you a pinche huevo.
Oh yeah,
And walk
I just
away.
can't compete with all those pastas. Lasagna, ravioli, spaghetti, spaghettini.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I mean pasta's pasta once you get down to it. I mean I
It
like it,
is,
don't
but
get me wrong.
I still find a difference by shape. For instance, I don't like penne at all. I never eat penne. Can't. That's the big tubey stuff. Can't stand it.
Delicious.
Well, penne is like bow tie, right?
Very similar.
Rigatoni's the like tube.
It's a noodle.
Yeah. I like fettuccine and linguine. They're just more like medium noodles.
I like cappatappi.
Anything that sounds like a Dario Argento movie, I love. It's one of my favorites.
I mean, lasagna has always been a staple of my life.
That's Argento's new movie. It's called
Lasagna.
Lasagna.
Lasagna. Terrifying new fear of the topping of
Guess what? It's gonna star Aja as a she preys on young men.
Stuff
one
them
who
with
cries
pasta
so
till they
much.
die.
The one who cries so much and then she fucked an underage guy. Wow, that's kind of weird, isn't it? Oh, that's fucked up.
The tables have turned on the Me Too movement.
Oh, fuck. How about shut the
I
fuck
don't know
up?
about
Hashtag.
that, but yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean,
You knew eventually something like that would happen.
it's not a two-way street at all.
No.
No, yeah, it's not, and I think there's way more cases than what we've heard about with men doing that to with women doing that to men. But we celebrate it instead of being like, oh my god, she touched my balls.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more of a power thing, probably, than anything.
Yeah.
Casting
Like
couch.
I've seen some documentaries about when she was making that movie, about that. Was it Elroy, whatever the writer of the story? What was his name? Well, Terminator.
James Cameron?
No. J.T. Leroy. That's what I'm trying to think of. He wrote the heart is deceitful beyond all things. I mean, he doesn't exist, but the person wrote it under that pseudonym.
Oh.
And then Aja decided to make a movie out of it. So she's a very She's a woman who knows what she wants.
Yep.
So I could totally see that happening.
John Goodman's about to die. Something different about this movie is that there's a scene all played for laughs involving a corpse. You don't see that in too many like kids movies. Where he's trying to take the book. He's trying to take the book from his dead uncle's hands, and it keeps falling on him and stuff.
I thought John Goodman was gonna come in as a plumber or something. I was like, wait, did I miss this the first time?
That would help. If John Goodman came in as a plumber and then just dropped dead.
He came in and
they couldn't move his enormous corpse out of the...
It's been a long day for me. You had me completely convinced. I was like, well, the door's open. I guess she's going to walk in the house. I was like, maybe I don't remember.
Start spraying for bugs and spiders.
Yeah.
Must be the season of the witch. Yeah, that's a great song.
So how would you rate her on the MILF scale? I'd say she's like a 8, 7.5. She's up there.
High praise.
No comment.
Well, I rate everything high. You know me.
Yeah, you kind of do. Need to get out more.
3:18 a.m.
No.
You know, shit's going down. Witching hour. Pool cleaner is in full effect.
I judge it on how much I like something, not what it's compared to other films.
That's what I usually do too. But I mean, still, sometimes I'm just like, if you like it that much, there's nowhere else to go. Like if
Commando 5 stars, Mortal Kombat 5 stars.
Not you, Ork, but I follow a few people on Letterboxd. I've talked to Cole about this before. That like everything they see, they give like 10 stars. Like 10 stars, 10 stars. Like
that's one thing Cole told to me, and I didn't know it was a thing, even though it makes sense now. But like I always thought of IMDb as you rate it like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, whatever, 1 through 10. But I didn't know people just did 10 and 1 just to boost the score.
Yeah, they do 10 and 1 just so they can fuck with the score. Yeah, you see that with like a lot of the really high movies and stuff like that. You'll be like, you look at like the dark. You look at the Dark Knight, and they'll be like, you know, a lot of high marks. Then there'll be almost nothing in the middle. Then suddenly there's a big spike of 1s because it's people that don't like the movie. It's not like they despise the movie. They just hate that it's up that high and they want to take its average down.
Yeah, well, you don't need to be rating things if that's.
Because I mean, I never rated anything on IMDb thinking about its average. I just did my own thing, you know. And sure. I was always pretty conservative too, because I if I could give a rating I really wanted out of 10, it would still involve the 0.5. So if I thought something deserved a 7.5, I gave it a 7 instead of an 8.
Well, I feel like a 10-point scale gives you a lot more range than a 5-point scale.
Yeah.
At least on Letterboxd, 2.5s. So.
Yeah. I'd like 1 through 10 on Letterboxd, though. I mean, half a star is good though, the intervals, but I don't know.
Well, that's I just think of it as being out of 10. You know, I'm like 3.5.
It's too hard though. I'm very good at math and fractions. You know, 2.5 is that.
You just double it.
3/4 of a star.
Too difficult.
3/8.
This is me in math class. So you have 5 pizzas, and you have 1/5. So you have 1 of 5 pizzas, and like.
Ork, why does it always have to be pizzas? No, shut up. This is my process. I have 10 pizzas.
This guy eats this guy because it's greater than or less than. I'm like, dude, is lunch here yet or what? Like, I'm gonna fucking. Funniest thing, I swear to God, I know there's memes happening. German Shepherd's the best dog breed in the world, especially when you're walking and you think they're gonna kill you. We ordered pizza for one of the shittiest teachers I ever had, and it was lunchtime, and the delivery guy came in, and he's like, "This is for Mr. So-and-so." And he's like, I didn't order that. And we were there in the office. And we were laughing our asses off. As soon as we went outside the main office and took the corner, we just started dying laughing. I didn't order a pizza.
I thought you were saying you did something nice for him. Like you bought him a pizza.
Yeah,
I got you.
Friends, just ordered him a pizza. He's like, I'm not paying for that. And the guy's just standing there. I was like, all right.
See, Martine's not going to play. She's going to pull out her rosary beads and be out of there on night 6 and not die. She knows what's up. She's gonna be like, El Diablo, and peace the fuck out. Ay, Dios mío.
Hey, puppy.
These were on Netflix at some point because that's how I managed to see all of them. But stuff just keeps getting taken down.
This is Warner Brothers, right? So
I guess so.
That's the only reason I saw all those three. Because they're all on Netflix and it was like 2011. And I was like, well, there's nothing else to watch, so fuck it.
They weren't on all at once either. They were on at different things. Like anytime there's a series on my Netflix, it's like random ones. It's never like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 3, 7.
And you can
Definitely.
get this, and I'm like, fuck you.
they do their contracts in like quarters or something. Like it's just 3 months at a time.
Yeah, it's dumb.
That's why
Frustrating.
Netflix, you've got to watch stuff while it's on there because you know it's going to leave soon.
Yeah.
Unless it's
I
original
gotta
content, it'll always be there.
Yeah.
Like Making a Murderer season 2 is coming out on the 19th.
I'll watch that. I mean, I sunk like 10 hours into the first one. I might as well watch the rest.
I'm ready. I'm hearing that quite a bit of damning evidence against whatever that redneck is.
You said the 19th?
The guy it's about, isn't it? You mean?
Yeah, whatever his name is. Not his nephew or whatever.
Yeah, I
name.
know. I mean, logically, it only makes sense that he did it.
I was seeing someone talk about it today. They were saying that apparently they got a lot of the hard drives, or they got the hard drive from the guy's house, and it was full of like that sadistic porno, like tying women up and stuff. And then
Nice.
that the nephew was watching that shit at school. Like they tracked the IP and stuff. So, like, I mean, makes you wonder.
Yeah. The last I saw, like I said, it was like 8 months ago. He was on Dr. Phil with some like attractive blonde woman that was like dating him. And she was
Oh.
smart too. It didn't make any sense because she was like an intelligent person. But anyway, I found out
He's
like right after that.
"Grr,
Like,
I like race cars.
so supposedly, like, then he like
Vroom,
dumped her
vroom.
like way after that, calling her like a gold digger. I'm thinking, gold digger, you're not worth anything.
Yeah, that is true. Durr, Hulk Hogan. I like wrestling.
With
It was
relationships, to
just
me, it's
so
never
bizarre. Like, even if he wasn't like a fucking murderer or on trial or in jail or accused of this, like he's just like so unappealing. He's just
Sure.
a dumbass redneck, like you said.
He's really he's below the spectrum. He's
No,
like,
he's really stupid.
I mean,
yeah.
he's probably like a 60, 70 level IQ. He's not smart enough to be answering questions like that. I mean, the interview process I thought looked like bullshit. Looked like they set him up.
Oh yeah, it did. Leading
But-
questions all over the place.
And that's how you make documentaries.
I'm gonna watch
This always
that then,
seems
because
this always seems to happen whenever there's like some sort of like murder where people don't know for sure what happened. There's always like somebody who's like borderline retarded or whatever that gets like it was the same thing with the West Memphis 3. One of them was under the line, and they talked about how he confessed, but it was
He's the one
like,
that confessed.
Yeah, and that's how it always is, right? 'Cause
isn't it like
you
Stephen Avery or something?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
Something Avery, anyway. Definitely Avery.
I've
Stephen
only
Avery.
seen the first 2 episodes, but I'll watch the rest because it's coming out, and I don't
It's
really
kind
want
of
to watch all.
amazing how they stretch it into 10 episodes. Because now when I think back, I can't remember there being that much stuff. I'm like, how did they make 10 episodes out of this?
It
But
was
they
a bit long. I thought it was really
All
good.
those, all those
was-
shows are so good. Like, they reel you in. It's like his underwear was on his left Nike sneaker, and it was on the beach at 5:02 a.m. by the cat litter paw prints. I'm like, all right, cool.
He also threw a cat into a fire when he was a kid, when he was like a teenager.
Damn, Daniel.
Jesse Miskelly, I believe, was the one that
Yeah, that's the
confessed.
West Three guy. Damien Eccles,
Jason. I don't remember his last name though.
Jason something.
You guys
yeah.
like the 3 Paradise Lost movies. Is West of Memphis good? Have you guys seen that?
I've seen it.
I've seen Devil's Knot.
Yeah. That's like West of Memphis. I think is another documentary though.
Yeah.
Devil's Knot that's like a legit drama movie, right?
Yeah, it's like a cinematic version of the events.
Reese Witherspoon.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
who's in it?
Yeah, she's pretty good. But that's actually directed by Canadian director Adam Etgoyan for some fucking reason. I have no idea why.
I didn't
He's
know
like
it was an actual film though. Thanks for clearing that up for me.
Yeah, Devil's Knot is. It's like a dramatic film version of it. Reese Witherspoon's quite good. She's like one of the mothers or something.
It's
You
not
know what?
bad. Do what? Or
Cropsy and Killer Legends. Those are both really good.
yeah.
Yeah. What's interesting is like where I grew up had like a legend that was so similar to Cropsy. It was really similar.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I think I mentioned this before. Where I grew up, it's too bad. I wish I never went down by it when it was there. It was there. It was closed for many years. We had a mental hospital out towards Sydney River, kind of isolated, and it was like a weird white and orange color, and people called it the Butterscotch Palace. And I think it closed in like the 70s or something like that. But like throughout the 20th century, it was like there's all sorts of stories about all sorts of bad things happening there, and people that would just drop off relatives that they couldn't deal with, just drop them there, and people being like buried in unmarked graves behind the thing and stuff. And as I said, if I ever did a documentary, I think that's what I'd want to do a documentary on. Although it's getting late now. It feels like anybody that was involved in it is probably dead. I probably should have done it like 20 years ago. But yeah, it's gone now. It's torn down. But for many years, it just stood empty, and I never drove down there. I wonder if Ryan did. I'll have to ask him because I never saw it up close. You could always see it. There's like a highway that runs along if you're going towards North Sydney, and you could get a really good like high view of it way down. You could see it all surrounded by trees. It was like out in the woods. But yeah, the Butterscotch Palace. I wonder if I can find it on an image search.
There's a.
But anyway, we had some legends about like stuff like that, like some patient that was some unidentified patient that was there.
There's a Spanish horror movie called The Baby's Room, and it's all about like a haunted baby monitor, and they have it's a film baby monitor, and that's the whole reason why I never got a film baby monitor.
In looking it up, I see that here in Halifax 2 years ago, some Halifax playwright made a play about it.
Oh, that's cool. The door's gonna slam or something, right?
In August 1955. Field of Peace.
Yeah, I hope that one day you and Raiho can go to the My Bloody Valentine filming locations. And then,
I'd go myself if I knew where it was, but he's the one that knows because his mom used to live in Sydney Mines.
And then I'd rewatch the movie, and then I'd watch your video. I wish there was just some diehard fan who would like give you guys like $5,000 or something. Like, go, shoot.
Oh yeah, that's right. They made something called the Field of Peace there now. At least 60 psychiatric patients were buried there without ceremony, without family, and mostly under the cover of darkness. An unmarked graveyard for bodies nobody claimed, for lives deemed not worthy of celebration.
Well,
Yes. Oh, say somebody made some sort of like little monument down there to that. But yeah, it operated from 1906 to 1959. So probably anybody that worked there is fucking dead. So it was closed by 1959, yet still I grew up with all sorts of stories and stuff about it. Like I said, they only tore it down like, I don't know, like 15, 16 years ago. It stood empty for a long, long time.
This local university hospital near me. My brother actually went to school there, went to PT school there, and lived on campus there. But like 2 or 3 years ago, they found 500 unmarked graves out there.
Wow.
It was from the old insane asylum, and I think it was like parking lot. Parking lot was on top of it. Like they had no idea it was there.
Found a really crappy, blurry picture from it on Pinterest. Doesn't really show the distinctive color too well, though.
Still,
There's Lick a Chick. That's funny. There's a bunch of Cape Breton pictures. We have a chicken. There's a chicken restaurant out in the country called Lick a Chick.
huh.
Sometimes celebrities go there and they go nuts for it. Brett Hull went there and spent like $1,000 on merchandise. He was there for some golf tournament. I know that sometimes you guys see me wearing my Freak Lunchbox t-shirt. That's like this hipster candy store in Halifax. A few years ago, like Johnny Depp came in and spent like $4,000 there. He loved all the stuff. I don't even know what he's here for. Still mad that my scene in the ship. You can't see me in the shipping news. Do you know I was in the movie The Shipping News? I'm in a crowd scene, but you can't see me. Most recent thing shot here that was bigger. I don't know. It's funny too. I was thinking about it because when we were watching, they always had like these little promo things for the film festival that I was at, and one of them was like just about the Nova Scotia film industry, which is getting a lot bigger and stuff. And so this show, I don't know where it airs in the States, but it's just on CBC called Book of Negroes, about like slaves and stuff. And a lot of it is shot here and in Cape Breton and stuff too. And Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in it, and they have like a shot of Cuba Gooding Jr. talking about how great and professional everybody is and how much he likes being here. And then he... All right, so has any paranormal activity happened yet?
Mm-hmm.
The only activity I'm feeling right now is in my pants.
So Katie is here.
Yeah, that's my activity.
There's
That's what I'm
Micah.
talking about. Sisters for the win. Woo. That's my number one search. I don't know about you guys.
Sisters?
Kidding. Stepsister.
The dad looks like Louis C.K.
I like how I never noted. I didn't remember he had a Chargers hat on. That's just hilarious.
He's about to start jerking off. Watch out.
Louis C.K., oh man. Like, he's...
Hey,
Man, just so fucking
idiot.
creepy.
There you go.
Like, I know what he did wasn't, like, on the level of other people, but I just mean, what an embarrassing, terrible thing. Like, that's just weird. Like, he's a guy that literally couldn't keep it in his pants. Literally. He was around women. He's like, can I take my dick out? Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you do shit like that, you know it's going to get around, though.
Because there's legitimately was something wrong with him that he thought, like, it was cool to do.
It's like Janine Garofalo and, like, Sarah Silverman's there, and, like, Louis jerking off again.
Yeah, like, that's a disorder or something to just do that.
Like what, exhibitionist, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but there's exhibitionists, and then there's, like, a exhibitionist on a different level, which he seems to be. It's just like, oh, you're some passively attractive female comics I know. I just gotta masturbate in front of you.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that's some urges you need to suppress, or
Yeah, of
excuse
course you do.
yourself, or something.
You
You
would-
know, like
It's
you
like
need to.
it's actually very close to a comedy routine that like David Cross himself did like years and years ago when he was talking about like he's saying like who's buying like the porno magazines at the airport. He's like, because you know what? Like, I actually have something called willpower where I don't have to take. Like,
That is a good
jerk off
question.
on
That's
the
a great
plane.
question. I mean, you know what I feel like it is though? It's dudes that aren't around their wife,
Yeah,
and they're like, "I'm gonna buy this shit, bring it back to my hotel room because I'm on business or whatever."
right. I get it. Yeah, sure. But he's making the joke, you know, that you're taking it on the plane
Oh,
with
I
you
totally
to
agree.
look at,
Yeah.
right? You know, and he's just saying, he's like, yeah, I find it hot. He's like, I like it too, but I have this thing called willpower where I can actually wait 2 or 3 hours until I'm somewhere else. Apparently, Louis C.K. does not have that. But I mean, I just know just recently he returned to stand up and stuff, and a lot of people were like flipping out or shaming him and stuff like that. I'm like, you don't have to. Like, he's shamed. Like, I don't know how you get back on stage after that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. People
Gotta-
like you enough; they'll overlook it. Like the Cosby verdict just came down. There's still all these people on Twitter saying, "Oh yeah, it's because he's black."
pff,
Like
really?
a lot of,
No, they're not
a lot
saying
of,
that.
a lot of his, oh, a lot of people are. They're saying if it was a white
You're
person, blah
playing
blah
the
blah, or he was
okay.
railroaded by the white justice system.
What?
Yeah, I'm not saying a lot of people are saying this, but I've seen this on Twitter just as
That's
recently as today. A lot of the accusers were black women, but what does that matter?
got a fire going on. Ugh.
What's happening now? Oh right, nothing.
Oh, fire.
In the house?
Yeah.
I don't remember a fire in the house. Oh, the ghost set the fire in the kitchen.
Oh shit! And the daughter's in the hot tub with a young boy. Oh wow,
Seriously, man, I don't remember that.
that's not good.
Better sign a consent form.
Get your sorry ass the fuck back in here. He's blaming her for the fire.
Troubled teen. That
He's
kid's
like,
got a
honey,
pause.
it's fucking easy. Mac and cheese is the easiest fucking thing to make in the world. How could you fuck it up and almost burn the house down? You suck. Getting a divorce.
She's like, I was too
Divorce!
busy. I was too busy sucking on this D. Like, I don't know why they're so concerned about the damn pool cleaner being out of the pool every morning.
Is it really that strange? Can't it climb up the walls?
I don't think so.
Oh, the ones I've seen climb up walls.
I mean, I don't think it can climb out.
Oh, maybe not.
Let's watch the footage. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I was gonna say that. We get those commercials. Those are good. I never had those beans, but I eat beans like those. I eat
Oh,
the
yeah.
Heinz. I eat the Heinz beans. The Heinz deep browned. They're good with bologna or maybe a hot dog. I'm gonna stop talking about food. I've barely eaten the last few days.
My baloney has a first name.
To say, I went to see at the film festival. I saw for the older film. I saw Grave of the Fireflies.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, it was an interesting movie to see on an empty stomach. It gave me some real perspective. It was kind of like when I saw Jaws down by the water that year. I think it gave me a little something extra.
You able to relate a little bit more to the characters?
Yeah. They go to the doctor, the girl's all full of rash and stuff like that. It's like, give her medicine. It's like, she doesn't need medicine. She needs nutrition. I'm like, I need nutrition. Powerful, powerful movie. Oh, that was a tough day. I watched that movie, came home for like 5 seconds, and then went back to watch Under the Silver Lake. Series of scenes with Andrew Garfield wearing different hipster shirts. He pulls it off nicely. Do you know Ricky Lindholm Orc?
No, not off the top of my head.
Okay. Because she's like totally naked in that movie.
Sweet. I'll have to search that after we're done. I'll plug it. It'll be about 3 o'clock in the morning. That's my Louis C.K. time.
Appropriate. Yeah, that's Louis C.K.'s problem. He doesn't have for all time is Louis C.K. time. It's like that's not appropriate right now, Louis.
He gets off stage. Hold my Coke.
There's an episode of like Louis where he's talking to like some religious nut, and he's telling her like how he's going to think about her later and masturbate. She can't do anything about it. I'm thinking that's pretty close to like sexual harassment, isn't it? I mean, to actually tell a woman that. Because yes, we're all free if we want to go home and masturbate about whoever, whatever we want. no matter how sick it is, that's fine. That doesn't hurt anybody. That's all right. But it doesn't it crossing the line when you're actually informing the person about it. Anyway, he does that in one of the episodes because she's like saying about like she's all super religious and saying how you shouldn't even like not only should you not have sex before marriage, but you shouldn't even masturbate. And he was like the counterpoint is the pro masturbation side, which I'm on. But then like to like he gets mad in the argument and he goes, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna masturbate and think about you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Like wow. So maybe that gave us a good hint of Louis C.K.'s true feelings and true habits.
I don't know.
He also said in one of his stand-up specials that he wants to be the Willy Wonka for perverts.
Yeah, going back and listening to his specials now. Put a lot of
fucking
perspective.
hilarious.
Like so much honesty.
His wife takes his dick and like points it all over the place when he's coming, and then he talks about how he's like, I might jerk off in my my kids' bedrooms, and then he'll be like, and then they're like, oh, and they're like all like making weird noises. And he's like, I'll shit on the fucking bed if I want. It's my fucking house, and everyone's just like, oh Jesus, in the crowd.
There was one where his wife was giving him a hand job, I think in one of his kids' bedrooms, and was like pointing it up like into his belly button, like he was trying.
That's what I was talking about. She's like, ew, and
she was
like,
can't blame her.
Yeah, there's just some places you shouldn't masturbate. I'm pro masturbation, but there are some places you shouldn't. But Louis doesn't seem to believe in those barriers. Nice.
I'd like to know what this guy does for a living.
That's the most expensive part of this fucking movie is just renting this house.
Mm-hmm.
Got a fucking jacuzzi, a big
they got these big, huge houses.
In
like
San Diego,
massive kitchens.
This is like a $3 million house.
Oh, more. I would say more.
Yeah, probably.
Because of where it is.
I don't know.
He just jumped from the pool into the hot tub and said, "Oh, hot, man."
Smart guy.
Well, first of all, it's your hot tub, so I mean, I think if anybody knew, he's saying it's hotter than it should have been.
It's funny how certain things age. Like I love Christmas Vacation. That's like my favorite Lampoon's Vacation movie. But like a big angle of it is you're supposed to sort of feel for Clark Griswold because he's just like sort of a middle class guy and just rich boss is screwing him over. But I mean, you think about it. He lives in suburban Chicago, not a huge house, but a pretty big house. His wife doesn't even have to work. He's going to buy a pool and all this stuff. It's like, I don't know. I think he's better off than most people. Really.
He got screwed on his Christmas bonus, though.
Yeah, he did.
Merry
Jelly of the month. It's the gift that keeps on giving, Clark.
Happy Hanukkah. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Isn't that how it goes? Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass.
I was thinking about Chevy Chase because I saw him on that Norm Macdonald show. It's too bad that nobody likes him anymore because like he wants to work, but nobody.
It's
wants
his own damn fault, man.
Of course it is. He's just such a prick.
He's an asshole. I mean, so I've heard.
Norm Macdonald is a great comedian, but I saw M. Night Shyamalan, and no one else on that show interests me at all. None of the guests. I could give a fuck less about all the other people.
Really? The one you were interested in was M. Night Shyamalan?
M. Night Shyamalan, yeah.
Wow. You and I are very different people. Because he might be like the second least interesting guest on there to me. Because his movies mean nothing to me. The one that was terrible that I watched was, and I knew I was in for it because I don't like her, was, what the fuck's her name? Drew Barrymore. She is such an idiot. I don't care what anybody says. She always comes off as so stupid. I can't listen to her yammer on about stuff. And what's funny, she was even talking about not wanting to be stupid because she talks about how when she was working as a kid, she dropped out of school. And then she's like later in life, I didn't want to be stupid. And she's talking about all these books she read. And I'm like, I don't care what you read. You didn't understand it. You're a fucking idiot. She sounds so stupid. And Norm was making jokes that were going over her head. And she's like, what? I don't get that. What? Oh, how dumb are you? We'll talk about somebody that can live a sheltered life without having to be smart. Like a Barrymore.
Yeah, like the David Letterman, my next guest is, all
David
are great.
Letterman
And
is
then,
one of the guests on Norm.
I know, but his show, his own show, his guests were good. Norm Macdonald, I looked at all the guests and I was like, all these people I'm really not interested in. And then I watched M. Night Shyamalan and I was like, okay, pretty interesting background story. His like whole family was like doctors, Indian doctors that lived
Yeah,
in
I
Pennsylvania.
watched the episode and it was decent, but still,
Yeah.
him personally, I'm not interested in because I don't like a single film he's done. Not
Like,
one.
I don't want to hear about Chevy Chase relating to like Jay-Z, how he sold like fucking crack just to and his mom knew he was bringing home like 10 grand a day. Well, that's shit I want to hear. Like Barack Obama, like that's way better than Drew Barrymore. Get the fuck out of here. Like what? I
I
was
agree with Drew Barrymore. She's a
Charlie's
fucking idiot.
big lips. It was amazing. Wow, so cool.
And I mean, he talks to interesting people. He talks to Lauren Michaels.
This nerd is spitting mad game on the teenage daughter over here, guys.
Ooh yeah, he's a good
What,
host
showing
though.
her the...
Norm Macdonald's humor is fucking hilarious. That guy is a fucking genius.
Honestly, the show is so loose and unstructured, it could use a little bit. And especially at the end where they just read jokes off cards and they're never funny. Like, it's
Did
just
you
so
see this
confusing.
special that came out like 2 years ago? Holy fuck, it was hilarious.
What the fuck
Yeah,
are
I
you
love
doing?
that. And it lasted for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really good show. What's the dog doing? Oh, must be pretty serious. What's happening in the movie, Orc? I've got a crazy van chase. Actual,
Someone
action.
on the
That's
White
outside
Couch,
of a house.
and then all the pots and pans are gonna fall down soon. But I gotta take a piss, so I'm about to leave once
Man,
Jay
like,
gets.
like, I'm sorry, people. I know a lot of people like these movies, but that's the action in these movies. A bunch of pots and pans are going to fall down.
Yeah.
That's what people think is scary. Household objects falling down. Or somebody standing
So
still for a really long time.
it's really suspenseful. I don't know. If you have a big enough TV and you live in a weird enough area and you have a nice sound system,
I guess, maybe.
paranormal activities movies, they're not like on the level of we'll go back to my favorite Insidious or just really fucking scary movies. But they're found footage movies can be pretty creepy.
I think some can, but I think they're kind of the worst of the worst.
But uh the VHS
The end.
movies are kind of creepy.
I liked VHS 2. I don't really like the first one, and the third one's god awful. But VHS 2 is quite good.
Yeah, the third one sucks, but the first two are pretty amazing. Like the first one, the
First
first
one has
part
its
that they start out
moments.
with the vampire chick, she's like they're fucking him in the hotel room, and then she's acting all, oh my god, that's so creepy. The fucking
Yeah, I know.
vampire
He's
chick.
like, I like you.
Yeah. Oh, that makes my skin crawl. Oh, and then the second one, the cult. Oh my god,
Well, that's
it's
my
just a
favorite.
bunch of kids. Yeah. Oh, the first two are really good. Like those are easily like 4 out of 5 for me, even though it's way overrated. But yeah, the third one was a major letdown compared to the first two.
I don't even
Um,
really remember the third one, just that it sucked.
and then did you ever watch the two ABCs of Death movies?
I got to like a part of the first one and just gave up.
There
I
are a lot
never
of
watched
there
the
were a lot
second
of
one.
good skits, and for each letter. But I'd say probably like 25% of them were awesome and really really well done and amazing, and then the other 75, 70% were just you couldn't. It was so hard to sit through them. I kept like checking the time, like how you like use your PS4 controller. You're like, okay, is it over?
Yeah.
It's been like 3 minutes. Okay, it's got to be over soon. And that's like the VHS movies, even the third one, are like you can get through them.
Is the
And the
third one
first
the one that has that stupid thing with the kids and the aliens? They're like running in the field or something. I don't know. Anyway, it
with
sucks.
the aliens, that was the last one of the second one. The last segment
Yeah.
of the second one. It's got the
Crap.
spaceship in the pool.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, the second one's pretty good. And the whole cult in like I think they're in like Indonesia or something is amazing. I love that whole thing.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, but I can't remember all the segments, but Yeah, and the second one, I think the guy is the camera eye. I think that's the first one where he has like an implanted eye that has like a camera in it, and
Oh
he
yeah, I
starts
remember
seeing
that one.
shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't remember the first one. One was directed by Ty West, and they were like in the middle. They were in the Midwest, like on a vacation, and it had like the dude in the like the guy who like would move inside like kind of like a thing like an arcade style type thing, a glass window,
Yeah.
and then but that one wasn't effective at all. But the first one had the vampire chick, and then I think maybe the last sequence was pretty entertaining, where all the hands are coming out of the walls and like they're in the basement or something. I can't
Yeah, I
remember.
forgot. I forgot that one. I'd like to see the first one again. It's been a few years since I saw the first one. I don't remember it too well.
Yeah,
I remember it's decent. I thought the first one was decent, and the second one was really quite good. And the third
yeah.
one's it's a skull. You're in your Halloween spirit pretty early.
This thing is so huge, man.
It is really big. Jesus Christ! Wow. Oh, there's
The
two
first
dogs. The dogs
first
like
two
it.
were really. I kind of want to pick those up one day.
Look how big it
I wish
is.
I had
Like
some Halloween stuff.
that's my hand.
Yeah, that's like the
Mm.
skull of Bigfoot. My
That's
parents
something
actually
you'd
have
see
some
on
pretty
like
good
Ozzy
Halloween
Osbourne's like
decorations.
MTV Cribs.
Yeah.
Sharon, must go.
This is where I make Sharon make my fucking scrambled eggs. Right here.
I love how he's like 85 and she's like, Sharon, I can't do this
Sharon!
anymore. Sharon, I can't do it anymore. And she's like, also, you need to talk so we can get some money now.
Go on another fucking Ozfest.
I can't move. I
Yeah.
can't move, Sharon. I can't move. We have a down payment.
Go
I
on
haven't
another
seen him at
bloody
all recently, but I mean,
Ozfest.
I can remember 15 years ago him like shuffling around the house in his slippers.
Oh, dude, you thought he was on his deathbed like in 1999.
Yeah,
The Osbournes. I love
Yeah.
that show. I love that show. Jack was such a
Sharon!
little piece of shit.
I know. Jack was like the very like picture of entitled.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
He's like
Kelly was interesting.
he's like
but
hanging out with like Incubus or something because they're on like his record label and stuff. And it's like, oh yeah, we have to pretend we like this kid because he's Ozzy's
Kelly
his dad. And,
Kelly was interesting, but Jack was just like a hipster douche, and he'd be like, "Oh, I like Faith No More, and they're awesome to me." And then like if I saw him at an LA nightclub, I would just like walk away from him. He'd be like, "Oh, you're Nicolas Cage's son," and I'd be like, "Nope, I'm going this way. I'll thank you."
We were born in Los Angeles,
Los
yet we
Angeles.
talk like.
chimney sweeps.
They do, man.
I
Fucking
just
caught
love
me.
Australia and England when they say "I don't know." I don't know. They're just like
When they say no, they're like, no.
no.
No. It's like 12 syllables.
Yeah, like the last thing was super entitled because it was like the last thing was what was it like Jack and Ozzy's like world tour or something. It was just them just going places around the world because they're rich and they can. I didn't see any episodes, but I saw commercials for it.
No,
It's like,
that
oh,
looks.
we're gonna go to Tokyo, then maybe
Man.
London,
Must be
then
nice.
maybe Brazil.
Yeah, not even on a jealous factor. I was like, oh, I hate rich people, but just to be in like Kelly or Jack Osborne's shoes and to be born into that family where it's like no one gives a fuck what you do. You have unlimited money. Your dad is arguably the most famous rock star of all fucking time.
He's like a god to so many people.
And your mom's like a fucking like a general fucking workwoman who's like, you gotta do this and fucking just sleep.
What?
Like I gotta give credit to Frances Cobain because you know what? You never hear about her. She keeps her fucking head under the radar. She's not out there going, "I'm a rock legend's son." Her daughter, sorry, daughter, bow down to me. I'm gonna do this and that and everything else.
Because, you know,
Oh man, I'm getting weird feedback.
Jay's looking at Louis C.K. streams, live cams.
Where did it all go wrong, Louis C.K.?
well, first of all, I want to tell you fuckers
What's all this then? Little bird with a knife.
You fucking
what a
bugger
thing
in
to
there.
Yeah.
Crikey.
That's my least favorite word in the English language. I hate that word.
Crikey.
Booger.
This is our paranormal.
It's
Paranormal
interesting. My favorite word in the English language is moon, and my least favorite word is booger. They both have the double O. What's your favorite word, Orc?
I don't know.
Moist.
I have a lot of
That's my favorite band.
That's a good word, but it just doesn't do it for me. I don't know. I like I don't know. Overcoming or something. I don't know. Something like powerful. I don't really have a favorite word. I just have words that I hate and dislike. Like purchase. Here's your purchase.
You say that word more than anybody I know.
Well,
even though you don't like it.
No,
You're not very good at avoiding using it.
I like I hate purchase, but I like value. I like great value. That's my mean.
You like getting value for your purchase?
No, I just like the Waltons. They're awesome.
You don't like the word purchase? I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Yeah.
No,
that's a weird. That's a weird hang up.
Fine, but it's like when you're in a store, they're like, "Here's your purchase."
Shut up.
Okay. I can't remember people saying that to me in the store, really.
Oh, you know what I hate the most? Mediocre words. Mediocre, good, all right, content, doing fine. That's 2 words, or that's a phrase. I fucking hate words. Try, that's another one. You either do or do not. Yoda that bitch.
But these words, like, are necessary. Like, you can't get around using these words.
But no, they just suck. Maybe.
I probably say I'm fine like 10 times a day at least.
If we didn't have the word maybe, English would be a lot more difficult. So you never say maybe, you say perhaps?
Possibly.
I say maybe, but like decent and good and doing fine and shit like that. Like those words just fucking piss me off.
I say fucking radical. How you doing?
I think it's more the actual phrase than the word you seem to take issue with. Jay knows another word I hate. I hate the word flesh.
Oh,
flesh.
It just makes me so uncomfortable. Like, it just makes me think of like flesh-eating virus or something like that. Like, anybody that uses it in a sexy context is disgusting.
Cunt is
like,
a fun word.
touch your flesh. Like,
how would you use it in a sexy context unless you're a vampire or something?
Exactly.
Please, sir, come in with the flesh.
But you don't
you
like
have such beautiful flesh. Like, does that not sound creepy? You imagine you want to tell a girl she has nice skin, but you said flesh. Like, you'd probably think you were going to eat her.
But Cole, you don't like the word cunt. So
yeah, as far as curse words go, cunt just goes right through. And it's super. And again, it's a huge turn off. Like, if I was with a girl and she's like, "Touch my cunt," I'd be like, "Oh, shut up."
I can say it.
Dude, that wouldn't turn you on, Cole, if you were with some like Australian brunette bombshell or
my moist cunt.
This is moist cunt.
No.
That would be like no.
I'd be like, use a different word. I wouldn't get up and leave the fucking room. I'm not an idiot, but I would tell her not to use that word.
Cool. She'd say, "What are you, fucking poofta?
Yeah.
Some sort of poofta? Some sort of flowery poofta gaylord? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Gaylord. Remember when kids would say that? You're such a gaylord.
I don't think we ever said that one.
Oh, man, I do. Not I did, but, kids I grew up with and stuff like, "Oh, you're a gaylord." Funny. So what paranormal activity is happening now?
Oh, they're scoping out the downstairs.
Apparently, you missed the pots and pans falling down.
All of them? Wow, I love that part too. Did all the cabinet doors open yet?
I have to ask Orc. Orc, did the cabinet doors open? How paranormal is the activity getting?
I think it's about to happen.
Yep.
Is this the one where somebody gets like pulled up to the ceiling and their back snaps?
I don't think so.
No, that's in part.
That happens at the end of one of them. Like the invisible,
this shit's
like pull them up and they go. I'm at
Alexa,
the Pilgrim trial, where they're going to sentence the girl to death for being a witch. So it does have that in common, because isn't like everything in Paranormal Activity based on the activities of a coven of witches? Yeah.
You find that out eventually, yeah.
Yeah. By like the third one. Which one has like the baby being taken at the end? Is that this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. To be raised as a witch, as a witch. My favorite movie of The Witch is The Witch.
It's a good one. There's a
Not enough
brujo.
good ones with witches. Like, I actually tried to watch that stupid Rob Zombie movie with the witches, and my god, it was terrible. Remember
Lords
that
of
one?
Salem.
Yeah. Fucking terrible. I mean, I knew I wouldn't like it going in because it's Rob Zombie, but I thought, I like stuff about witches. Maybe it'll be good. No.
Yeah, I went to a horror convention that year, and that was the big film. It had all the, it was all like older actresses, with the exception of Sherry Moon. It's like
Sherry Moon was old as hell in the movie.
she did. Like Denise Crosby.
Yeah.
Who's the girl from They Live, or the one from They Live? Meg
Yeah,
Foster.
I know who you mean. I don't know the name, but yeah.
Meg Foster. There's a few other older ladies over there. A good excuse to meet them, I guess, but
Yeah. Whenever I think about those conventions, I think of Cameron's story from like 2002, where like he's talking to Guillermo del Toro, who pulls him aside to show him how awesome House of the Dead looks.
yeah.
Like, this movie looks incredible. It's gonna be so good. Literally one of the worst things I've ever seen. Like, I have no idea how we got through it.
I bet it doesn't hold up well at all either.
I mean, every second of it was garbage. I watched it when it was fairly new, probably 2004-ish. And just every second of it hurt. Like, that's a special kind. Like, there's bad movies, and then there's bad on that level, where just everything is awful. Just even the small little things that shouldn't be good or bad, they're bad. You know. Like, I hate the way that actors walk down those stairs. That was awful. Like, very few movies can achieve that kind of awfulness. But House of Corpses is right up there. Just every single second of it is gut-wrenchingly bad.
It's an odd movie to even want to make. Like, I mean, it's an odd video game to want to make a movie out of.
It's not like it was that big of a deal.
I mean, I played it quite a bit, but
I played it in the arcade right before arcades disappeared forever.
Yeah. It was one of those that you would just...
But it wasn't like a phenomenon or anything.
Spend tons of money on.
Where's the Virtua Cop movie?
Yeah.
We're getting towards the end. Or no, we're not.
Where's the Aerosmith Living on the Edge movie?
For years, that's another one of the movies that I only knew the parody of first. I knew Living in the Fridge before I knew Living on the Edge. There's some songs from like the early 90s where I just knew the Weird Al version before I ever knew the...
Whoa, shit, version. There it is. Sorry, that was the cabinets. I love that part.
What, they all just fly open?
At one time, yeah. Right in front of her.
I mean, yes, I understand it. If you were in that situation, it would be scary. But I just don't find it scary to watch. It's just like if I was, speaking of my favorite word, if like Booger Lips from Ernest Scared Stupid came after me in real life, I would be scared. But I'm not scared watching the movie.
Yeah, I guess. Booger Lips.
We should do commentaries of all his movies.
Yes, I'm ready.
Jim Varney.
I know I saw Ernest Goes to Camp in the theater.
Nice.
And I cried at the end.
Oh, what do you remember? So there's Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Saves Christmas, Ernest Scared Stupid, and Ernest Goes to Jail. Is there any more?
Oh God, there's so many more. Hold on, let's see. Ernest Goes to
Really?
Camp,
Okay. Those are the ones I know.
Camp, Christmas, Jail, Stupid. Is that how it goes?
I don't know the order.
And that's like the main ones. And then like Slam Dunk Ernest, Ernest Goes to Africa, Ernest Goes to School.
Oh, okay. I heard of School.
There's like 3 more.
Wow. No, I saw the main ones, but
Yeah.
like Camp and Jail, I barely remember. The only ones I really remember are Christmas and Scared Stupid.
I would say those 4 are all good.
Scared Stupid's the only one that ever seems to come on TV where I live. That's why I managed to watch it.
I mean, good as in like so good it's bad.
Yeah,
It's so bad it's good.
it's hard to burn, burn, burn.
You know, they had
I used to watch that show.
it was a Saturday morning show here
Yeah,
that
I used to watch it.
it's called Hey Vern, It's Ernest.
Yeah, its humor was lost on me, but I watched it anyway. Like I did not get it as a kid. It was like, probably because I thought there was more to it than there actually was. Like I thought it was like more complex. Like no, it's just this. It's just this stupidity. Like I was probably thinking this is probably some clever thing that adults get, but I don't get. But no, it's just this kid. You're overthinking Ernest.
That is the brilliance that is Ernest.
What a weird career.
Well, he started out doing commercials. Like that was that character selling whatever product.
And it just became so popular. Like make that a show,
Make that
which
a
is
movie.
actually a lot more successful than other things. Like I never saw it, but remember they made like a sitcom out of like the Geico caveman or something.
Yes. Nick Kroll was one of the cavemen.
Sad. So sad.
But yeah, Ernest had his he had his turtle. He was singing a song to his turtle and he was sad and he was crying. And I was crying. And then the turtle reached out and bit him on the nose.
Nice.
I cried a few times in that movie, I think. And at the end, they launch all the turtles and they have little parachutes on them.
I remember that.
They fall down on top of the guys trying to tear apart the Indian reservation. And they bite them all. They bite them.
His name is Ernest P. Worrell or
Yeah.
Worrell. Looking it up here. Barney.
Watching sped up footage here of the baby and the dog.
See, the dog doesn't eat the baby though.
No.
I remember that doesn't happen.
Oh shit. See, the good part's coming.
Ernest was created by the Nashville advertising agency Carden and Cherry to be used in commercials.
You remember what happens here, Ork?
Yeah.
This is when the mom
Yeah,
gets
it's the best
possessed,
scene
I
in
think.
the whole movie.
Let's do
Watching this
this.
for the probably, I don't know if this is the second or the third. I think it's the third time I've seen it.
This may be the 4th time I've seen it.
Yeah, I just kind of like I remembered it briefly, but I mean this came out what 7 years ago, 6 years ago, and
It's
Yeah.
10, I think 8 years ago.
The box
I
turtle's
remember I-
name was Pokey.
Hey, Vern.
Oh, I want to see Ernest Goes to Splash Mountain. So Camp in 87, Christmas in 88, Jail in 90, Scared Stupid in 91, Ernest Rides Again, which I'd never heard of, 93, Goes to School 94, Slam Dunk Ernest, Ernest Goes to Africa, Ernest in the Army. Well, that was
That was
98.
like- all those movies. That was like 1 month of my like blockbuster childhood, pretty much.
I never saw Slam Dunk, Goes to Africa, Army, and I never even heard of Rides Again. I don't know how I didn't, but I never even heard of that one. And that actually was the last one that had a theatrical release in '93. The rest after that, it was direct to video.
Slam Dunk Ernest is absolute fucking trash.
1995.
You're talking about like a 75-year-old like white dude slam dunking a basketball.
Well, luckily, Space Jam came out the next year and saved basketball forever. It's gonna be a new Space Jam with what's his name? I guess.
LeBron.
Yeah. He has slightly more acting talent than Jordan. Might not be a better basketball player, but he's probably a better actor. I'm not sure what that really means, but if he wants to interact with Looney Tunes characters that play basketball, that's I assume that's the setup. Space Jam was such a big thing. What?
Never seen it.
How could you be your age and not seen Space Jam?
I was pretty adamant about not seeing it.
It was such a huge deal. I didn't see it in theater, but I mean, I still wound up seeing it. You know, it was at the epicenter of pop culture. It was 1996. For some reason, it was cool that they were going to do it. I don't know. It was retarded. You should see it.
I was into horror and heavy metal and smoking cigarettes, so I wasn't all about that.
Yeah, but you saw plenty of dumb shit back then too, like Ernest.
Well, that was before then. Now, Ernest was in the 80s.
I guess so. Well, you should see Space Jam because it's for better or for worse. It's kind of like everything that's bad about the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, I get the gist of
it. It also makes reference to his horrible attempt to have a baseball career. Plus, it has all sorts of people you like Wayne Knight.
Of course.
And Bill Murray, and like probably the role he put the least effort into ever.
Shit. That's never good.
If you want to see Bill Murray not try at all, you have to see him in Space Jam.
Yeah, that's surprising. You're a huge NBA fan.
I don't even think that Bill Murray was cast in Space Jam. I think he just hung around the set, and they just wound up being in some of the shots.
Oh man, it's so scary when she gets pulled like that. She gets pulled down the stairs.
I got spikes coming out of the ground chasing a kid as he runs towards a flaming thing in the middle of the haunted forest.
Now she's going to get possessed.
I remember seeing this in the theater for the first time. It's pretty creepy.
Oh, absolutely.
Nothing beats the couch scene, and then when they go in the basement. That's surprising though that you haven't seen Space Jam though, because I know in the '90s, early 2000s, you were a huge basketball fan.
Out of everything I've seen, Space Jam is surprising.
Yeah, because you had like Jason
when I was 16,
Williams.
Man, I wasn't like in the mood for that.
16? That's old, dude. I was watching Die Hard when I was like 7.
I mean, that's the opposite of what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but it's just a fun. It wasn't like a stupid movie. It's just a fun laugh at it movie.
No, I'm just saying I wasn't in the mind space that I was going to watch Space Jam. I was going to rent some stupid horror movies.
Did you see Toy Story though back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Okay. So you're in like fuck everything like that.
I just wasn't into it, you know.
I wouldn't expect you to be into it now either. I think you should see it just for the time. Plus, it has a really sexy girl rabbit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone back and seen a lot of that stuff now with my kids, and you know, I like a lot of it. I'm not like, oh fuck it, I'm not gonna watch this kid shit. I'm just like, I wasn't like in the mind.
I mean, Space Jam is like the epitome of like, you know, that whole '90s scene of trying to be cool, appeal to the kids, and sell a bunch of merch. You know,
that's not like something that makes me want to watch the movie though.
Really, I think it's a nice little time capsule of that area of pop culture. And again, I mean, it's the same every decade, but the '90s to me always stands out as like the decade where the powers of be tried so hard to like appeal to kids by being cool, by like putting rap music and everything, and you know all this backwards horrible stuff. And I just think that's a great example of it.
Sure.
I believe I can fly.
I mean, I think the only reason Jordan's in the movie besides a pile of money is because he had kids that age that thought it would be cool, and they were in the movie too. They're like, "Daddy, it's Bugs Bunny. It's amazing."
Two of the greatest VHSs I ever owned.
I still don't know who. I was just allowed to have been in the boardroom when they thought that one up. Like, Michael Jordan's coming back to basketball. He's the hottest thing in the world. I know, the Looney Tunes. The Looney Tunes?
Wait. What did you say? Looney Tunes?
The Looney Tunes
Look,
are going to play basketball? Yeah, they're going to play basketball against alien creatures we've never seen before that are just going to randomly show up and challenge.
And we're gonna have
to
Muggsy
basketball.
Bogues in the movie. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Greenlit.
Don't worry, Wade Knight's in there somewhere. Bill Murray's wandering around.
Nothing you said piques my interest now or when I was 16.
It kind of makes me want to watch it right now.
I'm the Slam Jam, fellas. Jam.
I don't want to watch some dude like pretending like cartoon characters are there in the room with him. It's stupid.
Oh, come on. I mean, it is, but not the concept. I mean, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is awesome.
See, I don't like that either, though.
Man, you don't like Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
You're a lost cause.
Well,
It's just time to Slam Jam, ladies. Yeah, I'm feeling right.
is that a song from that movie?
Yeah, Quad City DJs, dude. That's
yeah, but
one
you
of
were
the-
like
it's-
you were the audience for that movie, or like.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, you were. I technically would have been, but I was too Canadian and into not basketball.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I was like, I was about 12, 13 or whatever. So I was the right demographic in that way, but yeah. The song I remember from that movie is Fly Like an Eagle.
That's the other one. I Believe I Can Fly and then Fly Like an Eagle. Yeah, that whole soundtrack. I mean, that was one of the greatest 90s soundtracks, if you think about it. Movies.
She's got like a wicked.
I can honestly say it's better than either movie Shaq did. Does that pique your interest? It's better than the two movies. It's better than Kazam or Steel. Did you see those movies?
I try to pretend they didn't happen.
No, I've seen parts of both, but
I haven't seen all of Kazam. I've just seen like reviews of it, but I've seen all of Steel. My God.
Yeah, the mid to late 90s was weird because I was watching like Beverly Hills Cop, Die Hard, Mission Impossible, Zorro, and all that shit, and then I was watching like Toy Story and Space Jam, and like Fievel Goes West or Eiffel or whatever the hell it's called. Yeah.
Fievel Goes West, and what's the other one he did?
The first one. Fievel Goes West kind of sucks, but the first one's decent. It's Fievel. It's an American Tale.
That's right.
Yeah.
Even though it has, like, the kid can't sing, which is really upsetting. I hate it when they have kids sing songs and they can't sing. I'm like, can't you just cast him? Like, Disney understands that. Jonathan Taylor Thomas didn't sing I Just Can't Wait to Be King. They got a kid that could actually fucking sing to do it. Doesn't ruin the movie.
That's a good song, too.
Yeah. Got JTT on the brain. Been reading about him in Disney Adventures. Oh shit! I'll bring another random one out. Why not?
You talk about a guy with like, I'll wait till he gets back, but like, what a shit career. That guy did fucking nothing, man. He did nothing but grace the fucking covers of those shit Tiger Beats, man.
What?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas? Like,
oh, okay. Sorry, I was coughing.
I'm watching the movie too. So basically, she's possessed now.
I just couldn't hear you when I was coughing. But Thomas was like DiCaprio, but he never did anything else. That's where DiCaprio had like a movie career.
He did that up the creek movie. We're talking about how shitty JTT's career was in general.
Back in the day, though, like I was in elementary school.
Okay, let's see. His big movies were like he did like Tom Sawyer or Huck Finn or something like that.
He did Man of the House with Chevy Chase.
Yeah, which is pretty much the same movie as Getting Even with Dad. They're the same movie.
Which was Macaulay Culkin, right?
Yeah.
I think Macaulay Culkin had the better hair, though. Boom.
The last movie he did was like in '98. He did I'll Be Home for Christmas with like a super young and hot. Was it Jessica Biel? I think Jessica Biel was like his girlfriend or something. It's like 1998 Jessica Biel. Yeah.
Oh fuck no. Jessica Biel crushed him like an ant.
This is the last one I was reading. I never ever heard of this show. Apparently it flopped. It's called Earth 2. Do you remember a show called Earth 2?
Yeah.
Yes, it only lasted for one season, but this is all about how Earth 2 is going to be this great show. Kind of funny. But here's the boys. Look at this. We got Zachary Ty Bryan, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Mara Wilson, Ryder Strong, and Lacey Chabert. Boom!
Yeah.
Remember Lacey Chabert?
Yes, I
She
do.
was originally the voice of Meg, but then left, and
Mhm.
Mila Kunis pounded her.
Oh, really? I didn't know she was the original voice of Meg.
Yep. She did other good voice work, though. Although I can't remember what
Rugrats.
exactly it was.
Rugrats.
But I loved Ryder Strong. I had like a boy crush on Ryder Strong. I like wanted to be him. I thought he was awesome.
So, like, Boy Meets World. What's the
Home Improvement.
yeah, Home Improvement? But what's the family one with Lacey Chabert?
Well, and this is saying Party of Five, which I
Party of
never
Five.
watched.
Yeah.
I never watched. I've never watched a single second of Party of Five or 90210. Did not watch those. Let's see what's going on with this class. So this is, what is this? This is a later one. This is March '96. Oh, this is a Canadian class. These kids are from North Vancouver, British Columbia. The 6th grade class at Eastview Elementary. They know what's kicking. Those kids wouldn't be caught dead in frilly dresses.
Fuck yeah.
So in music, they like the black stuff. TLC and Boyz II Men, not Beatles and Ace of Base. Celebs.
What the fuck? Not the okay.
Yeah, it's just random shit, right? Celebs, hot, Pamela Lee and Brad Pitt, not Michael J. Fox. Oh, turning on their countrymen. TV and movies, The X-Files, The Simpsons, and The Big Green, but not Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and, wait for it, The Secret Garden. What the hell? I love this. Here's some slang that no one ever used ever.
Okay.
Toot. Toot means cool. Brenda's new shirt is too toot.
No one ever said that, ever.
Kool-Aid means business. Hey, nosy, stay out of my Kool-Aid. Now, here's one we've actually used. Newsflash. Listens up. Newsflash, Jay has a girlfriend. Yes, people say newsflash.
That's not
here's
slang,
one.
is it? Or not anymore.
I don't know.
mean,
No. Kicks meaning shoes. Yeah, I've heard that. I never said it because it sounds fucking retarded, but try out my new kicks. Oh, and if they like something, they called it, that sounds good, they call it ear candy. Yeah, sure, why not? Not as bad as toot. No one
ever said toot. I don't care what anybody
That's
says. Oh.
That's crazy. What's we got going on here?
So right now she's trapped in this like basement with crazy possessed mom down there.
Nice.
And it's pitch black. She has night vision on.
Matt LeBlanc did a movie with chimpanzee.
Oh yeah, baseball. He played baseball.
Everyone's favorite friend, Matt LeBlanc, is getting really friendly with a new pal in Ed and Me.
Yeah.
Matt plays a wow. I'm so surprised this movie career didn't take off.
Well, he did this and Lost in Space with Lacey Chabert.
I loved Jennifer Love Hewitt in the 90s.
Here's Hunter.
Actually, I loved her twice, not knowing she was the same person. See, she used to be on this older show called, what the fuck was it called? Kids Incorporated?
Yeah.
Where kids would sing old songs.
Yeah.
And I loved her on that. That was back when she was young. She just called herself Love Hewitt, which is stupid.
Yeah.
And then anyway, then I fell in love with her a few years later on something else, not knowing it was the same actress. So I loved her twice.
The Mickey Mouse Club? Wasn't she on that too?
Yeah, maybe. I liked Britney on the Mickey Mouse Club. I have no memory of Justin Timberlake or Christina Aguilera. I know they were there, but yeah, I watched the shit out of that 90s Mickey Mouse Club. It was really weird, too.
It was weird.
I still remember all the words to the song. DA's Top 20 Hollywood Kids. Zachary Ty Bryan. One of his first commercials was Burger King. I remember there was a Burger King commercial back when they had like the weird, really bad for the environment, styrofoam things, and it had
Captain Planet on it.
It had Jason Alexander.
Jason Alexander recently did Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I thought Reba McEntire did that.
Oh, I'm
Maybe.
sure she probably has.
They probably do it too. This is Lacey Chabert back when she was 13.
Mm-hmm.
She can sing. She sang "Castle on a Cloud" from Les Mis.
I wonder whatever happened to her. I mean, I wonder why she didn't take off.
This probably has the. Holy shit! She did a commercial for Triaminic. I used to drink. I used to take that when I was sick when I was a kid. Triaminic, cough syrup. Jonathan Jackson. Who the hell's that? Oh, he was the main kid. I never watched General Hospital, but he was the star of Camp Nowhere. Now that's a '90s movie I loved. We watched that on my 11th birthday. Love Camp Nowhere. That's an amazing storm of '90s kid stuff that I love.
Mm-hmm.
That's got what's his name? Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, I was trying to think of his name too.
There's two really good camp movies because Heavyweights came out the year after that. Heavyweights is pretty good too. Upcoming projects. I'm doing the voice of young Miriam in the animated Prince of Egypt. Yeah, see? Sorry, Lacey Chabert. You don't want to hit your star to Fox animated show movie. You want Disney.
It says that in the Disney book?
No, that's me saying this is why things went wrong for Prince of Egypt isn't going to get you anywhere. You need, move on or something. Andrew Keegan.
I think my webcast is bad weather.
Who Andrew Keegan is, but he was also in Nowhere. Camp Nowhere. Ryder Strong.
You know that show. God damn it! What was it? The family movie, the family show that she was in.
Which one?
Lacey Chabert.
I don't know. Party of Five.
Party of Five. I don't know why I can't remember the name.
I thought Party of Five was like a teen drama, like 90210 or something.
No, I wouldn't call it like that. It was more like a family drama.
I don't know.
Because she was the younger daughter on there for most of the years. It got more and more deep, deeper as it went on. But that was a Fox show. I was thinking that maybe why she did a Fox movie.
There was a Pinocchio, like a live-action Pinocchio or something? Because they're saying that that's what Jonathan Taylor Thomas's upcoming project is. What the hell are they talking about? Stars in movie Pinocchio coming out this summer. Don't remember anything like that.
So Micah's dead. Now Katie is just standing in the four-way. This is it. Oh, shit. Orc got kicked off again. This is like his favorite part.
Oh, man. Anna Chlumsky. I remember her from My Girl.
Mm-hmm. She's on Veep.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that show. Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Good show.
Ben Savage. You grew up into such a weird, awkward adult. Just like all the Savages.
Yeah. And then he went to that weird pedophile house.
Devin Sawa.
Oh, no. Man, I love that. Oh, man. She just broke his neck.
Wow. At the time of this printing, Devin Sawa was getting like 800 fan mail letters a week. How quickly things change.
What did he do before Final Destination?
Let's see what they say his claim to fame is. He was in Little Giants, which I think is some sports movie that I don't remember.
Rick Moranis.
Casper, which I did see, I don't remember him in that. And Now and Then, which I like, although I don't remember him in that either, because it was more about girls than boys. On being a teen idol. I don't like it. I want to be taken seriously as an actor. If I'm in teen magazines, that's fine. Now you wish you were, because now you're old.
You were pasted on all these little girls' walls. They're having their first sexual experience to you.
Oh, poor Brad Renfro. He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah.
This has got them all. A whole bunch I've never heard of. I mean, there's Thora Birch, who was always a really good actress. Wow, Brandy. I used to watch Moesha, even though I didn't like it.
Every once in a while, I'd watch it.
Like, I didn't like it, and I still watched it.
I didn't either. I did that to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Guys, we didn't have the options that we do now.
Yeah. You need to understand, sometimes we just watched stuff because it was on, and we knew what it was, not because we necessarily liked it. We weren't like, well, fuck this, I'll just see what's streaming.
I can't
no
tell you
streaming back in the caveman days.
How many things I did like that, too. Like, just shows that I didn't like, but I watched. Like, Oh,
As I said, there were some that I disliked so strongly. I watched them only because I was fascinated by how much I hated them. Like Ovid Video, the most ghastly cartoon I've ever seen.
what's it called?
It's called like It's just video, but the other word is video backwards. So Ovid Video. It was about like this bizarre group of anthropomorphic animals that lived like somewhere like in some southern island down by Australia, and it was fucking terrible.
Wow.
Everything about it was bad. Everything about it upset and depressed me. So I watched it.
You missed the best part. The worst / best part. Ferris.
Ferris, are you there, Ferris? What's the frequency, Kenneth?
Vote Pedro.
Here's some basketball stuff. The Detroit Piston forward Grant Hill is only 23. No, he's not.
That was a pretty good ending to the movie, I thought.
Yeah, my movie's over. It ended a while ago.
I thought she snapped his neck and then threw her against the camera, and then they went into the basement, but I had it confused because it's been like 7 years since I saw this.
Yeah, me too.
Power Rangers. Power Rangers issue. The fuck is that?
Power Rangers. Is this pre or post movie?
This would be pre.
Okay, they're still cool then.
See, that was the show I was right in the exact age range for and never liked.
I was too old, and I liked. I had a thing
Like
for the
even
Pink
I,
Ranger.
as like a 10-year-old, recognized how cheesy and stupid it was. Or they talk and they'd be like, well, they were talking in the rubber suits and everything was stupid.
Oh, of course.
I did watch it because I liked Amy Jo Johnson, which is funny because
Right.
now I watch it and I think the Asian's so much hotter. She's dead, which is very sad. She died when she was 27. There she is, Toy Trang. Trini, the
How
Yellow
did
Ranger.
she die?
I think it was a car accident.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's a big thing talking to them. I want to see what other 6th grade class is going on. Who are these cool people?
What year is this again?
Well, now we're in April of 94.
Okay.
I wish I could find the one where the class is bitching about Elijah Wood. But
It's
I have
only
no idea.
3 years ahead of my 6th grade class.
Like for clothes, for in they have Warner Brothers clothes and out Barney clothes. What the fuck? Rollerblading is in and roller skating is out. Hey, wasn't that weird in Sharp Objects that it was the cool thing for girls to roller skate?
Mm-hmm.
Even when she was a kid, but then even later in the present, the girls all roller skated. Like, what the hell was up with that?
You mean as opposed to rollerblades?
Well, I mean,
Or
as opposed to anything, really.
just in general? Okay. Well, in the original book, it was golf carts, but the director, I forget his name right off, but he didn't like that as much, obviously, because they needed a way to move the action from one place to another. But you know, it's much more cinematic on roller skates, I think, than a golf cart.
Yeah, I get it. But it just seems like it's like this little town that time forgot, where the girls,
Right.
no matter what year it is, the girls all rollerblade. This is retarded. This is something where if you could pick somebody to be your substitute, people said, you know who the kids said was the #1 vote for to be your substitute teacher? Shaq.
I wouldn't want Shaq to teach me anything.
But the runners-up were Cindy Crawford, Hillary Clinton,
Oh my God!
Tim Allen, Bo Jackson, Robin Williams, Paula Abdul, and someone I've never heard of called Andrew Shue.
Oh, that's Elizabeth Shue. That's Melrose Place guy.
Okay.
That's Elizabeth
Substitute
Shue's
dad,
brother.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, I got. Yep.
Substitute brother. Oh, this is gonna make it. We're gonna be sad again. Jonathan Brandis, another one we lost.
How many of these Disney kids have killed themselves?
Ugh. Well, he really did. Yeah, Jonathan Brandis.
Well, he actually was alive when they found him, but I think brain dead.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
He went to the prom with Brittany Murphy.
Really?
Yeah. Now they're both dead.
Like the actual prom?
Yeah.
Wow. Was he on Sequest at the time?
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't watch.
Was he doing Tai Chi with Chuck Norris?
Yeah, I hope he was doing Sidekicks, which is such a stupid movie. I love it. So dumb. With another hot Asian. His teacher's hot as balls.
You don't need that inhaler.
You just use my Chuck Fu.
As someone that has asthma, yeah, like he'll straight up die without having like a rescue inhaler.
All you have to do is believe in yourself.
I wish. You don't need those crutches. Fuck those crutches.
Here's something that actually was legitimately cool about this magazine was like that this used to serialize Bone before Bone was ever collected into anything. So this is how you could first read it. Funny, I made a Bone reference today because on Twitter, Bill Sinkovich asked random people like, "Was there a comic you didn't like as a kid that you love now?" And I picked Bone because I was like, "Oh, Bone's I just thought it was cutesy garbage." But of course, it's really cool.
Who is that guy?
Bone?
No.
Bill Sinkovich?
Yeah.
He's a comic book artist.
Okay.
You would definitely recognize his style. He did like Daredevil and New Mutants in the 80s. He would do sort of he was one of the first artists back then to do like the whole collage thing and stuff. And anyway, if you saw any of his pictures, you would recognize his style. Really cool. Anyway, I've been sort of following some of the comic book garbage that he's been talking about, which just makes me sad. I don't want to follow it. Just a bunch of assholes that are upset about things. Oh, boycott Marvel and DC because they employ women writers. Like, what the fuck? I mean, that's more or less what they're saying. I'm going to sneeze, Orc, so you better start talking. There. 2. I only needed 2.
Bless you.
So what do you think is the legacy of the... this is the very first issue of Bone. Of Paranormal Activity. Because I think maybe those movies were well-meaning, but their legacy is just a bunch of, like, horrible... copycat crap where everyone's like, yeah, we can do that too. And just a bunch of terrible found footage stuff that's in no way good. It's kind of sad. Oh no, I wish I could have watched the movie with you guys. I would have watched it. I mean, I don't like it, but I still would have watched it. I didn't get to watch the end of Paranorman, which is a pretty good movie. But none of the Paranormal Activities are on Netflix because God hates me. Oh, look, Paranorman wasn't the closest. There was one called Paranormal Survivor, but I didn't see that. So I guess I could have watched that.
You should watch that.
He hates me even more. He made me.
Oh, never mind. I can't. It's not a movie. It's just some shitty show.
Oh no, you got to watch it.
I should watch it anyway.
Yeah.
Insidious 3 is on here.
Watch it.
The bad one. Lights Out, which is garbage.
I never bothered with that.
Do not even worth. Sinister 2, which is horrible. Like, Sinister is actually pretty good. Sinister 2 is awful.
I want to do them both. I've never seen the second one.
Do not. That's Silent Hill, Rings, Mama. Oh my god, Mama was fucking terrible.
Mama.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D. Also, Leatherface is on here too. How lucky am I?
Oh man, I need to watch that. Is that on ours, or I haven't seen the new Leatherface yet.
It's so dumb. It's like just a bunch.
so.
It's like about a group of teenagers, and one of them is him.
I had to get the Blu-ray. It's
The only thing
fucking-
that's good that's online is Conjuring 2. Conjuring 2 is good. Babadook is okay, and that's on here. Don't Breathe was stupid.
Oh, you thought it was stupid? I didn't think it was stupid. That turkey baster, though.
Gross. Well, they were just so unlikable and dumb. I thought everything they did was really stupid. And I don't know, it was kind of like the reverse of the concept of Wait Until Dark, but I thought Wait Until Dark is a lot better. Because in Wait Until Dark, you know, it's about somebody who's blind, trying to get away from people instead of people that are trying to get away from someone else who's blind. But no, I didn't like it at all.
Well, there's a sequel coming
I'm sure it is.
from Fede Alvarez.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Too much time with headphones on. My ears are killing me. Well, hope everybody enjoyed our not really commentary, just fucking around. If anybody was watching, that's cool. But I do kind of want to watch all the Paranormal Activities again, just because I could, because it's that time of year, I guess. I don't think I'm going to like them anymore, but I don't hate them. There's definitely worse stuff.
Let's see, Roland666 says, contact Sean Clark from Horror's Hallowed Ground on Facebook or Twitter. He's a cool dude who would know the My Bloody Pussy Valentine's locations.
My Bloody Pussy?
Yeah, maybe that was just like a auto recall type thing.
I mean, I know the locations, more or less.
My Bloody Pussy Valentine.
I mean, I can just double check with Ryan. It's a lot easier to double check with Ryan than him, but I mean, maybe. I don't know.
You could like buy Sean Clark a thing of hair gel or something, and he might talk to you.
I mean, Sydney Mines is really small, so it's not like lost or anything. What's too bad is the bar is gone. It was torn down like 30 years ago. Would have been cool if the bar was still there. But I mean, I know where the Princess moved.
Yeah,
And I know that the water where he's walking with Sarah, I know where that is. It's just some of the in the town stuff that I'm not sure about because the town has changed so much over the years. That's what I'm not really sure about. But the mine, obviously, I know the mine in there. Ever been in a mine?
Yep.
Pretty. I don't like it at all. I don't like being in a mine. I don't like thinking about everything over my head, especially our mines, because it's not just a bunch of ground over your head; it's the fucking ocean.
Oh wow.
Our mines go out under the ocean. Well, a lot of them do. Not sure if the Princess Mine does. If it doesn't, I'm surprised because it's really close to the water.
What is it mined for? Coal?
Oh, yeah, that was our big industry. Well, one of them. We had three industries. We had the coal mine, the fishery, and the power plant.
What kind
One of my
fish?
grandfather. God, I don't know. Lobster. Other stuff too, but lobster's the main thing.
Mm.
Lobster.
You want like a fishing license in Nova Scotia, it's like $1 million.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah. So fishing is really appealing to a certain amount of people because it's sort of like a cowboy thing. It's like you only work for a few weeks, but you make a lot of money doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. One of my grandfathers worked at the power plant, and my other grandfather was a coal miner.
Oh wow.
And that was back in the really old days when mining was pretty fucking hardcore.
Yeah.
Surprised he didn't die of black lung.
Well, my PC is going to die pretty soon, so you guys want to wrap it up, or you want to go for a little bit longer? Or?
I would, but it's pretty late for me, so I'm going to get going either way. But thanks for having me on, even though I couldn't really contribute to the movie. But I did at least not, tear it apart. Because there's no point in doing that. Nobody likes that. That's not fun. I'm glad you guys like the movie. And like I said, I'd like to watch them again just for the hell of it. It's kind of frustrating they're not on my Netflix. And they won't be in October. Because in October, Netflix gets rid of all the horror.
Yeah.
We should try and watch Red Dragon and then 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sure.
Yeah. Be cool.
Let me look. I may have more than I think I do.
But yeah, I hope we can watch maybe Red Dragon maybe next week.
Sure.
That'd be a lot of fun. So anyway, that's gonna do it for me. My ears are killing me. Too much headphones time and stuff, and it's pretty late.
Gotta get the ones, Cole. Ooh. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I could wear them for 12 hours. Oh, they're so nice.
I still really do like these. For the price, they're really good quality.
Are those Beats? If they're not, throw them in the fucking trash.
Beats are too expensive, man.
Beats are way
So,
overpriced. They fucking blow.
Beats are no headphones at all. That's the way I look at it.
I mean, these weren't cheap. These were like $89 or something.
I want them to be huge too. I want them to be like twice the size of my head.
I hate those.
I'm gonna
Whenever
walk around in the street.
I see people out in public with those. They look ridiculous.
I've always thought we were going.
I'm like, what are you, a DJ? Like, what the hell?
All this shit started like, would you say 5-10 years ago? The large ass,
really
like,
big ones, because they people legitimately want to look like they're DJs. I guess.
But you ever get those and it's a little hot outside? You sweat.
Yeah,
in that
I sweat
thing?
all the
I hate
time.
that shit, man.
I sweat all the time. I mean, not now, but I did
You
all
know,
summer.
really good ones. Like I prefer like good quality headphones, and I can't stand the earbuds because they always fall out.
Yeah,
But
I can't do earbuds.
Early 2000s, late 90s, Sony made them. They'd go behind your ear,
Yeah.
and it was like a U.
Those are cool.
Yeah, I love those things.
I never had a pair myself. I thought they're cool. But I have to. If we're getting into winter, well, I mean colder weather, so I'll have to wear my earbuds because I usually wear a winter hat because you can't wear this with a winter hat. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not terrible. They're okay earbuds, but yeah, I'm not really a fan of them. And what's really annoying too is like unless maybe there's really high end ones, but I can never get enough bass with my earbuds unless I'm actively pushing them directly into my brain. Then I hear the bass. Otherwise, I don't really hear it. And you can't walk around like this.
That's why you need Beats, man.
You're right. I'll just invest the like $250 or whatever the fuck it is Canadian.
It's worth it. It's worth twice that.
You're best friends with Dr. Dre.
Dr.
Nope,
Dre's
he's
my
best
boy.
That's your boy. Back when you were a DJ, right?
friends with Apple.
You used to hang out.
You just got nothing to do with Beats anymore.
Back in 1996.
You know what my DJ name was? You're gonna love this.
Super Soul.
No, it was. This is a full. I've got a first name, a middle name, and a last name, right? And my DJ name.
Let's hear it. Lay it on me.
Just keep in mind, I smoked a lot of weed during this period of time. It was DJ Kedrickson, Lance, Britches.
Britches was the last name?
Yeah, that's the last name.
That's weird, man.
Usually just DJ Kedrickson, though, or DJ Ked.
Ked, yeah, that works. Very good DJ around here, but he's in Montreal now, but he used to be from here. Scratch Bastard. I think I showed Orc some of his stuff on YouTube.
Sandstorm.
As I said, I wasn't ever into that scene, but he would just sometimes randomly be at rock shows I went to because they had to fill up the card with somebody. It's like, and Scratch Bastard. Okay. I didn't mind. It was okay. It's never really my thing. But although the other day I remembered that I was into trip hop and I'd kind of gotten out of it. I kind of forgot what it was, but I like me some trip hop.
Crystal Method.
Like Massive Attack. And there was a Canadian artist here called Estero, and I loved her.
All that shit's in like car commercials now.
Yep.
Like, where's the Motorola horse shit phone? Bouncing.
Right. All right, good stuff. I gotta go, but that was fun. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Later.
Did you want to stay on here for a little bit longer, or what?
Maybe, I don't know. My internet was going to shit at the end of the movie, and that's why I left. I restarted my tablet. But probably up until 5 minutes ago, I didn't hear what the fuck you guys were saying for like 15 minutes just because my internet was just acting like shit. So.
Yeah. Guess we'll just go ahead and call it quits, man. I'm about to go dead here. And
are we still alive or no?
What?
Are we still alive?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. But, well, yeah, if your battery's about to die.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll do something, I think. Hang on. Sorry. Unless something changes, I think we're good for commentaries this week. But I think next week we'll try and do like one or two because it'll be October.
Yeah, man.
So
whenever you get good and situated, we can start up again.
Yeah, but I'd like to, because God damn it, we can pick up the DVD set for Paranormal Activity for pretty cheap. But I wonder if Cole can get it too, because yeah, then we can check all those out. But yeah. Worry about that later, yes. Jay. Peace out.